Hello everybody and welcome back to Hobby Journals. Welcome to today's video. I guess I will address the elephant in the room. This is my second TBR video in a row. Posted my last one pretty late and then I got sick, so I didn't get a chance to film anything in between for you guys. So here I am. I hope that's okay. And yeah, I guess we will just get right into it. I wanted to start with kind of letting you know what I did and didn't read from last month's video. So let me bring over the stack and we will talk very briefly about that. Okay, so this stack right here is what I was supposed to read. I will run you through them really quick. We have Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Faeries, and I actually did read this one. And then pretty much we go downhill from there. I did not read Eugene Onegin by Alexander Pushkin. I did not read Alone with You in the Ether by Olivie Blake. I did not read Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. And last but not least, I also did not read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Now I did also mention that it wasn't a TBR jar pick, but I did also mention that I was reading House of Flame and Shadow, and I did finish that. So, yep, I guess we got a 2 out of 6. So, not the best. But hey, I just read what I wanted to. I did get into a bit of a book slump, so I just started choosing for myself. I did want to say I would like to get some ideas for you guys. I think it would be fun to have like a penalty jar for if I don't finish the TBR from the previous month, then I have to pick something from there, and then a prize jar for if I do finish the TBR, then I can pick one of those prompts. I just think that would be really fun, but I couldn't quite come up with enough ideas for prize and penalty prompts. So if you guys have any ideas, or just in general, if you think that would be a fun idea, let me know down below for sure. And I guess we will just get into picking the TBR. I think we're going to pick 6 books again this month. Once again, I was just sick, so if my voice is a little bit raspy or nasally, I apologize. So let's just get right into our first pick. So I have added some new prompts since last month, so got quite a good little arrangement. Let's see, first pick. Oh, we have a you guys can see a non-human narrator. So I have 2 books, I think, that have a non-human narrator. So our options are The Art of Dancing in the Rain by Garth Stein. This is a book narrated by a dog. Now, this used to really be my thing. When I was younger, I was obsessed with dog books, and especially books that were narrated by dogs. I think it was called A Dog's Life, maybe, that I was really into, and obviously I was like, Marley and Me was one of my favorite books ever. I was probably way too young at the time that I was reading it, but so yeah, I think this could be a really good pick. And then I also have one that I did pick up last month and ended up putting it down when I was in my slump. Just really wasn't feeling it, and that is Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. I think that it might be a little too soon, because I kind of did sort of soft DNF this. I got about 50 pages in. Wasn't really feeling it. I do think that it could be a book that I really enjoyed. I love my octopus teacher, which is why I ended up picking this up, because I was like, oh, I just want, those kind of vibes, and I thought that this was kind of giving those vibes, I guess. So I think we are going to go with The Art of Dancing in the Rain. I was saying The Art of Dancing in the Rain is The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein. So that is our first pick for non-human narrator. All right, now second pick. Oh, okay, we have my boyfriend picks. So I will shoot him a text and let him know that he can pick. Maybe he will respond by the end of this. All right, so I texted him. Now we will pick a third prompt. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. We've got The Longest on my TBR. And I think I do know. And when I tell you how long this has technically been on my TBR, I think you guys are going to be pretty shocked. So let me grab it. Now, I have had this book since I was a child. I cannot tell you what exact age that I was gifted this series. I was gifted the entire series. And I did start reading, oh, you can kind of see it. I did start reading the first book, and I could not get into it at that time. And that is The Magicians Nephew from the Chronicles of Narnia. I don't know if this will actually be the first one that I start with. I might like jump right into The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I'm not really sure. You know, this is numbered as the first, but I'm not sure what the reading order is supposed to be. I know the first movie is The Lion, the Witch, and the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So yeah, I will have to check, but I guess we will say that one of these two books is the third pick for the TBR. Yeah, so I've never read the Chronicles of Narnia, and I have owned them for pretty much my entire life. So yeah, I'd say that we're going on like close to 20 years that these books have been on my shelves unread. So yeah, longest on my TBR. I realize I haven't really told you what any of these books are about. I feel like all I know about this is that it's narrated by a dog. On the back it says, a heart-wrenching but deeply funny and ultimately uplifting story of family love, loyalty, and hope. A captivating look at the wonders and absurdities of human life as only a dog could tell it. So I guess that's what that one's about. And if you don't know what the Chronicles of Narnia it's about. Sorry, I was wondering if that was maybe my boyfriend's text coming through. It is about a group of kids in this family who, during a war, I believe, are sent to live with their uncle. I'm not 100% sure, but they find another world in the back of a wardrobe. So that's the best synopsis I can give. Okay, fourth pick. Oh, okay, we have a colorful cover. Let me see, what do I have that's colorful? I've got Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. That's pretty colorful. I have been meaning to read that for quite a while. I think that it's gonna have to be Tomorrow, Tomorrow, Tomorrow. Obviously, we've got like some rainbow lettering. I will read you the little blurb because I don't really know much about this other than it involves a lot of like retro video game talk, which I thought I would be pretty into. In this exhilarating novel by the best-selling author of The Storied Life of A.J. Fickery, two friends, often in love but never lovers, come together as creative partners in the world of video game design, where success brings them fame, joy, tragedy, duplicity, and ultimately a kind of immortality. So yeah, that is our fourth pick. I am pretty excited to get to this one. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Okay, so we are on our fifth pick now. Oh, okay, I have Start a Series. Now, I'm trying to think if I even have... I am starting Chronicles of Narnia, so I know that I have that series to start. We could put Magnolia Parks back on from last month. I know that quite a few of my Illumicrate books are first in series. I think it's gonna have to be. Let me look and see which Illumicrate books are part of series, and maybe we will do that. Actually, we are just going to put Magnolia Parks back on the TBR because I do really want to get to this. This has been described to me as like Gossip Girl, but set in London. And I mean, that sounds like a fun time to me. So Magnolia Parks is our fifth pick. Okay, now we are on our last pick. Might end up picking 7, depending on how excited I am about this one. Alright, let's see. Okay, by an author I am interested in. Obviously, I'm interested in a lot of authors. that are on my physical TBR. I think a lot of them are just specifically that book. I'm trying to think of authors that I'm specifically interested in their works kind of in general. Okay. Author I'm interested in. I'm actually going to take a little look through my Kindle library and see if there's anything on there that is catching my attention a little bit more. So I have on my Kindle, as you can see, I'm reading 1984 currently, but let's take a little look at my Kindle library. Oh, okay, actually I do have a book on my TBR physically. I don't know how I missed it, but I have been very interested in reading anything from Alix Harrow, and of course I have Starling House in this beautiful, beautiful Olivie edition. This like beautiful clear dust jacket. It's naked. Oh, so pretty. But yeah, I first honestly saw from her 10,000 Doors of January and thought that sounded really interesting. Then I got this in an Olivie box, obviously, and so I think this will be my first pick. I was just reminded because I have her short story that I was going to read, The 6 Deaths of a Saint. I have that downloaded on my Kindle, and I was like, oh, of course, Alix Harrow. So yes, this is our 6th pick. This little kind of like teaser put on the back. It says, I should be scared. There are stories about Starling House, the kind people only tell at night, half whispered under the hum of the porch light. But in the dream, I don't hesitate. In the dream, I'm home. And I'm like really into like dream stuff. I'm a person who has like a lot of really weird dreams and also has pretty bad chronic nightmares. So like anything that has like a dreamy element, I find, you know, like I really connect to it and I find it really interesting. So yeah, it's kind of a haunted house story with a sort of dreamy element. So I think I will quite like this one. And my boyfriend also did text me with his pick. So I was going to let him pick before I started 1984. I was going to let him pick my next read just in general, and he decided to stick with that same book, and that is The Midnight Library by Haig. So this, I believe, is a lit fic book about, I think, a woman who, I don't know, she dies in some way. I'm not sure if she takes her own life or what. Let me read this real quick and I'll tell you. Okay, I think I was getting this mixed up with Under the Whispering Door by T.J. Klune, because I do not think that she actually dies. She just is really unhappy with her life. This main character, Nora, and Nora's Seed, she is unhappy with her life and how it currently is and wishing she made different choices until she finds herself in the Midnight Library, where she can, I guess, see all of these different ways her life could have ended up if she made those different choices. So yeah, I really like books that explore this kind of concept and theme of, I guess, just books that explore like whether we would or wouldn't be happy if we had made these different choices in life. Because I think, you know, like a lot of us think, oh, I should have done this, or we are all like kind of have our own regrets in life. And I think it's really powerful when like books and stories can show us about how, you know, like just because you've made some of these choices doesn't mean that you would be in a better place if you had made different ones. And so yeah, that is The Midnight Library. Trying to decide if I want to pick one more. We'll pull one just for fun and see. If I like the prompt, we'll use it. If I don't, we won't. Okay, we have a cover I love. Let me think. What covers do I love? I think I've recently read like a lot of the covers that I love, like with Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Faeries, and We've Always Lived in the Castle. I think those are like two of my like most favorite covers, and you know, obviously the Starling House. I think we'll just stick with my 6 picks. So let's do a little review. So this is our stack here. We have, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to set these down. All right, we've got a non-human narrator with The Art of Dancing. I'm just gonna keep saying dancing. The Art of Racing in the Rain. My boyfriend picks with The Midnight Library by Haig. We have the first or I guess start a new series. No, that's not what this was. We have the oldest on my TBR, which is the Chronicles of Narnia series. I'm not sure which one I will be starting with. You can let me know down below whether I should start with The Magician's Nephew or if I should just jump straight into The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I really don't know. Then we have a colorful cover, which is Tomorrow, Tomorrow, Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. And we have Start a Series with Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. Finally, we have Starling House by Alix Harrow for an author that I am interested in. So once again, this is my stack here. How do people like hold books so cute? Like when they're like big old stacks, like I do not know how to hold this in a way that doesn't hurt or looks aesthetically pleasing. So yeah, if you guys have enjoyed this video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. And I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you in the next one. Sorry, I need to reach up there. Okay, bye.